Hey hikers, it's Cheer, and in this video, I'm going to be going over my bathroom kit that I use in the backcountry, meaning the system I use to facilitate going to the bathroom, leave no trace style in the backcountry. And some people are a little bit shy to talk about this, but it would have helped me when I was a new hiker trying to figure this stuff out. So hopefully this helps. We are recording this for the podcast, and we're also recording this for YouTube and for our online program. So if you have some other great ideas for your bathroom kit, if something worked really well for you, we'd love to hear from you on YouTube. So go ahead and go to our YouTube. If you're listening to this, if you're watching on YouTube, great. And feel free to leave a comment about what works great for you and what your thoughts are on my kit. And just to give a little background on my experience, I have used the exact same kit for the Pacific Crest Trail, the Continental Divide Trail, and the Appalachian Trail. So this has worked well for me over the years. I haven't changed it up at all. So when I go through each piece of my system, I'll let you know what's lasted the whole time. And just as a disclaimer, this is what worked really well for me, but it won't necessarily work for everybody. So just keep that in mind. What works for one person might not work for another. So adopt these at your own discretion. If the, trail I'm going to go over, maybe you have a better one, that's really great. Use what you have, use what works well for you. So I'm just going to show everything, but I'm also going to just describe everything for the podcast audience. All links will be either in the show notes if you're listening on the podcast, or the description section below this video, or if you're in our online program watching this, also in the description to the side of the video. So let's get started. First up is the drawstring bag that I have, which I love. This has lasted for 7,700 miles. All of the Triple Crown trails, I've been carrying this thing along with me. I am quite surprised it's held up for this long and it's still going strong. I just got it on Amazon, just very generic black drawstring bag. And the reason why it's great to have something dark that's not see-through is because you might not want people to see what's inside this bag. You might have TP that you're packing out in a Ziploc bag. We'll go over that in a second. And you might not want people to see the contents of what's in the bag. So I've even seen people use leftover beef jerky bags, and they put duct tape over kind of the plastic area where you can see through. So you could also opt for, if you want to kind of switch out your bags over time, you can opt for reusing like a beef jerky bag or something that you cannot see through. So really versatile with the bag that you use, but it's really one of my top tips for the bag in particular is to have it be not see-through. So hence the black drawstring bag. And it holds everything I need. It's a great little size. Hold my trowel and all the contents in it. Next up in my bathroom kit is my trowel. So this is kind of like a little shovel. It's very lightweight to help me dig cat holes. So leave no trace, 6 inches or more, digging a hole to go number 2, not necessarily number 1, but number 2 into. And with this is called the Deuce of Spades. It's by the Tent Lab. I got mine from REI years ago. There might be newer models now. I think there's like one that's more of a saw blade that makes it a little easier, but this has worked great for me over the years. So this is like the 2019 version, but I got this from REI. I think it was about $20 or less. And you can also get it on Amazon. It's structured to be lightweight and easy to dig the cat holes. And someone, John Ladd in particular, in one of our John Muir Trail meetup, mentioned a hack is if the ground is really rocky or really hard to dig a hole into, you can use the more of the handle part to really dig in there and cut in a hole to start making your cat hole. So that also worked well for me too in the past when I was a little desperate. So really love this. It's cheap, it's lightweight, and it's served me well over the years. And just a little side note about cat holes and all of that. So what's a cat hole? I think I kind of mentioned it before, but it's a hole that you dig that's 6 inches or more to go number 2 into. And if you have more questions about that, you can go to Leave No Trace. We'll also include a link for Leave No Trace. And for this, when I dig my cat hole, this is kind of getting maybe TMI, but I'm going to tell you guys anyway. So when I'm digging a cat hole, I only use this to dig the 6-inch hole or more. And then once I do that, don't throw it away, but I don't use it again in the process. So I don't use this to scoop anything into the cat hole, if you know what I mean. So this is only dirty with dirt and nothing else. So other people can use it if they want. There's like none of my germs are on here besides the germs from my hands, but I use hand sanitizer as well. So just a side note about that, that's not something I really was aware of when I was just starting to hike. I didn't know. I thought maybe the shovel was also to shovel, like if you kind of, were aiming for the hole but missed it, again, TMI, and you need to kind of like push it into the hole to then bury everything. You can use a stick or something to do that versus the trowel, because you want to keep this as clean as you can. So kind of went on a tangent there, but nevertheless, I would recommend having a trowel, whatever brand you like. I do love the Deuce of Spades, but having a trowel in your bathroom system really helps with digging the cat holes to the 6 inches or more realm. And next in my bathroom kit are wipes. So I know this is a completely personal decision, but I like to use wipes on trail because it keeps things more clean, especially going number 2. So I personally use wipes. Some people use toilet paper. Some people use a Backcountry bidet if you can find one or make one. Someone actually made one for me. I have not actually used it yet. So I think it's probably going to be the best thing ever, but I haven't used that yet. So there's so many options with cleaning yourself in the backcountry. So I choose to use wipes. You can get them at stores when you resupply. It's pretty easy. I usually do a big pack, but you can get packs of like 10. This is a pack of 30, so it's a little bit of overkill. But sometimes I like to also use these wipes if it's really dirty on trail to wipe my feet as a little treat. Like I'll use one wipe to just kind of like wipe both my feet and then up my legs and that sort of thing. Whatever is really super dirty. You can kind of take a little mini bath with the wipe and then you can pack out the wipe. So I do pack these out and we'll go over that in a second. But toilet paper, whatever it is, leave no trace, pack it out. So this works really well for me. I love the wipes, but there's so many different options that people use and it's completely up to you. And speaking of packing out, I also carry a Ziploc bag. You could double this up if you really don't want, like, let's say you have soiled toilet paper in here. If you don't want that leaking anywhere, because that could be a bad situation, you could double it up. Since I use wipes, things stay pretty clean and it actually smells okay because the wipes smell good. So usually I just use one because I haven't really had a problem using just one. But if you're really worried about smell or that sort of thing, you can double up your Ziploc. So you could do two Ziploc. So I do one Ziploc and this is how I pack everything out. So I'll, go off into the wilderness when I need to go number 2. Use my trowel to dig the 6-inch or more cat hole. Do my business, use the wipes, and then put the dirty soiled wipes in the Ziploc bag. Really make sure it's sealed well, and then I'll put it back into my black drawstring bag. And last but not least, right at the end of the process, I have my hand sanitizer. So again, purely personal preference here. I like using spray hand sanitizers. It's just a little more convenient. I'm not having to open the lid and then the liquid just spills out too much. So I like the spray hand sanitizer because you can just do like a couple sprays and then be on your way and not like have spillage and use too much of it at any point. And once I'm done with that process, I put everything back in the bag and march back over to, if I drop my pack or if I had my pack with me, put this in the back pocket of my pack so it's easy access. So there you have it, my bathroom kit for 7,700 miles on the Triple Crown trails. It served me well. Would love to hear what you guys do, any thoughts, feedback. If you're on YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can leave comments below this video. If you are listening on our podcast, you can email us at info@thru-r.com. That's THRU-r.com. And if you're watching this in our online program, you can leave feedback in our forum. Thank you so much for watching today, and until next time, happy hiking.